And we're live. Hello, everyone in CBD world and not CBD world. We're here with a very special guest today, and her name is Rita. Rita Lynn. Rita Lynn is very special to us. And Linda, why don't you tell the group how we met Rita? Because it's probably been a little over a year, right?
Yeah, we're actually pulling up to about a year now. We met about a year ago at a CBD cooking competition. We were, I don't remember what town it was in, but it was here in Maryland. And it was a really cool event where there were chefs from all over the state in DC, and they were using CBD in their recipes and making all kinds of things, appetizers, desserts, drinks. And it was a great event, and we were vending there, but I decided to go for a little walk, check out what was going on there. And I, of course, saw this lovely lady, and I had to go talk to her and find out who she was. We'd never met before, so she was a new face that I wanted to get to know. And immediately we just like collided with ideas and commonalities. And she was talking about holistic healing and CBD, and she was just so passionate. And I said, you know what? I'm grabbing you right now. You have to come over here and taste our CBD. And she came over, and almost like feel like the rest is history. Is that pretty accurate, Rita?
Yes,
Yeah,
Linda.
and it was the MJ Connect, Terrell's
Yeah.
group that put it on, and the venue was in Catonsville. I don't, Rita, do you remember the name of the place that it was? It was really an awesome place. You could consume there.
Overhill's Mansion.
Oh,
Overhill's
yes, yes,
Mansion.
yes.
Yeah, so it was great. I just wanted to put that plug in there because Terrell does some great things for the community at MJ Connect, and he's really responsible for helping us meet.
Yeah, that was
So
my
go ahead,
launch.
Rita.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I really appreciate you for inviting me here, both of you. Thank you for the invite and for that amazing introduction. Yes, a CBD eating event. That was it. I was launching Seraphim Holistics, that event. Yeah, it's been a journey, and it was definitely not coincidence. Like, I don't think many meeting people
Yeah.
like that is ever a coincidence. We were definitely like sisters, yeah, from the start. Thank you for coming over and
I had no
meeting.
choice. I had to come and meet you.
And Linda, you introduced me to Rita. You're like, I met Rita. She's over there, and Rita was so excited to be there. And it was just, I could just tell that there was a reason that we met and collaborate. And what was really interesting is what your vision for Seraphim Holistics was. Can you share a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Yes. So Seraphim Holistics is a business I launched and started, a meditation center. And I have an office in Dunkirk, Maryland. I can meet on Sundays by appointment. I offer meditations for children and teenagers struggling with learning issues or focus, things like that. Meditation is shown to be effective and research based for so much, including ADHD. And, you know, anyone can just Google that and read more. But I was really interested in just helping the community in a way that was safe and accessible, and that was really really going to work, something that had results and that showed benefits. And so after lots of research and experiencing a lot of holistics myself, going through the medical cannabis industry and CBD, and really seeing what the body's potential is, what our mind's potential is, that then led me to meditation. And as I started to practice more and I found an instructor who actually has been meditating all their life. They meditated, they learned from Maharshi in India. So it's been very, it sounds silly, but beyond the world, you know, to really get into this holistic lifestyle more. And so seeing the benefits of myself and of these huge communities of people who are seeing these benefits and experiencing peace and reduced pain. Some people just literally no pain. So I was definitely on a mission to share with the community. And so I did that. I've been doing this. And so it's just really kind of snowballed and just fallen into place. I get invites to businesses or to, folks that are looking for healing. And then we talk about what their regimen or routine is now, and what's helped before, and what could potentially be a good regimen to get to the next step. And so it's been lovely to see, beginnings, and then getting through a journey with someone, finding what works for them. Because, the same thing doesn't work for everyone. We know
Right.
that. So it's really important to really focus on who people are and what their lifestyle is. And it's been beautiful to see.
That's amazing.
Healing. And
I love how you focus on that meditation component versus just focusing on cannabis as the main thing, and how you really take a look at what the context of that human is dealing with, and starting with a mindful or a meditation practice. Do you find that that people resist meditation at the beginning or struggle with it, or what's your experience when people?
It's pretty common. That's pretty common to hear someone. I mean, I even said that before I started meditating. I've never done it. I can't do it. We assume that because our mind is going, we assume that means we can't meditate. We assume meditation is stopping the thoughts, or stopping the mind. But it's beautiful when I hear that, because I can confidently let them know that I felt that way as well. And that once you get through one meditation, even if it's a 60-second meditation, just literally 1 minute of your day, once you get through that and experience it, then you can do it. And then I see them sitting for 10, 15 minutes and more. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a challenge, I'll admit, even though I've been practicing yoga for over 20 years and teaching for over 10 and meditating on and off regularly. On some days, it can be nearly impossible to shut my brain into, not shut it down, but focus it into breathing rhythmically and getting into that meditative space. And I have to keep coming back. So it reminds me of the saying that if you think you don't need to meditate for 5 minutes, you should probably be doing 10 or 20. And the resistance is something that is worth overcoming, because the benefits are always so huge and meaningful. So it's amazing that you're using this modality. It's so simple yet so effective to help people with their struggles. So I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
And yes, and the other thing is, so incorporating cannabis into meditation. How do you see it playing a role for beginners? And is it always the same way, like CBD or THC? And how do you see that impacting a meditation if it does?
Right. Yeah, it's a great question. Great topic. So it's definitely very individual, right? We know that, for example, THC and CBD can affect different receptors based on the body, based on your body. So depending on what your needs are, like say somebody comes in and they have anxiety, it's all here, but no body pain. They're not in pain. So physically they're able to sit. If mentally we could calm the anxiety, right? So that would be a situation where I would start with CBD, or recommend. Usually it ends up being CBD in the beginning, because it is the safest and really effective. It really is proven, science has proven it, that with the right products, it can be effective. So it depends on what they're really, what their reason is behind why they might be struggling to meditate. Most people just haven't learned how easy it is. Most people just don't really realize, they've never sat with somebody in person and meditated one-on-one, which is what I do on Sundays in the office. And once you do that with someone, it's like, you can compare it to having a personal trainer at the gym. When you go to the gym, you go in and you're very uncomfortable You don't know what machines to use. But if you have a trainer with you, they are leading and guiding you and showing you the little things that you don't already know. And that makes it all easier. So it's kind of the same thing. Sometimes we don't start with any products. And in fact, most of the time, once we chat for a little bit and get some things out of their mind, then it's easier to sit and commit. 1 minute, 5 minutes, it really doesn't matter. The time really doesn't matter. It's just that we give ourselves that time to focus, to refocus, to connect with who we are. Like you mentioned, a lot of times it's so difficult to do that in our day. So one of my recommendations is always recommending that someone start in the morning. It sounds ridiculous. They're like, well, I don't wake up stressed. That comes later when the kids come home. But we do find that it can create space even later in the day if we can get it in the morning. So yeah, that's a fun little tip.
That's great,
Yeah, I
Rita.
love
And
that.
yeah,
I
and
was
I
gonna say, I love
appreciate
that
your.
you're sorry.
No, I didn't want to cut anyone off, but we wanted to keep it to 10 minutes, and we're a little bit over. And I know there's more to talk about, and we have more time to do. But I really wanted to just take the time to thank you, Rita, for coming on today. Of course, Linda, thanks for being here as well. And I know everyone wants more to hear more from Rita. And we're going to put some links in the comments. So if you want to participate in any of the coaching sessions, meditation sessions, and just reach out to talk to her and see if her programs would be right for you, we'll have some links down in the comments for you to take a look at that, and be sure that we'll be talking again soon. So, want to say thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here too and listening to us. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you